What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mr. Pearson coming to you guys with another update in physical science. It is Wednesday, November 18th, and we're moving on to activity 4.4. Remember that this is going to wrap up investigation 4 for us. So we will be finishing that by tomorrow evening. Everything will be due. Friday you can use to finish any loose odds and ends in investigation 4. And remember that next week we will be taking our quiz for investigation 4. I know we've got Thanksgiving break. I know it's going to be nice to have a couple days off, but we are still going to have some stuff to do on Monday and Tuesday. Okay. I also know it sounds like we're not going to be in school. You guys have been in school on Mondays for the past couple weeks. It sounds like that is going to change both next week and the week before winter break. Again, you should get a message from the principal or something like that with some more details on that end. So let's just focus on what we're doing today. As always, the stuff here on Schoology is supplementing everything that we see on the Interactions website. There's two real submissions that we need to worry about. We've got a simulation submission and a check for understanding. As always, let's take a look at what we got. First thing we'll run into, we see our last iteration of the interactive timeline. Again, if we haven't so far, I would keep an eye. I would have some notes on this stuff. These guys' names will continue to come up as we move into investigation 5. We moved all the way. Last investigation we talked about continuous model versus the particle model. We moved into the simple model of the atom. And part of the reason that you can see, that we saw these step by step is that really, if I were to go back to the particle model, that's, that was happening around 500 AD or 500 BC. Whereas now we're talking about 1900s. Okay, so this was roughly 1900 years ago. 1900 years of a gap between our first idea of particles and all of these changes, right? And then you can see here that really in maybe a course of 50 years, we made huge strides to understand what an atom looked like. So just keep an eye on that stuff. Next thing, there's a little experiment. If you'd like to set it up at home, you can. If not, the simulation should be able to suffice and sort of give you the idea. But really, if you have a Post-it note or even an envelope that's trash or an index card, and just take a pen or a pencil and you want to draw an X and you want to try to drop your pen at the center of the X 25 times. Okay, I'm curious to see how many people might hit the center of the X and how many times, but I think you'll find very quickly that it's not going to happen as much as you think. And getting into this first simulation, like I said, it's going to sort of show you a similar concept. You've got one button here to throw a dart, and those darts are going to show up as red dots. There is a button here to continually throw, and it will, do it at a faster rate. And as you continue to throw darts at this dartboard, I want you to continue on to a point where you see a different message down here, and it will actually start to shade. It refers to it as a cloud. But you'll see this pattern emerge, and it's more fuzzy, shady than these clear points. Okay, and you can remove that. So again, this is what you're taking a screenshot for that first submission. Very similarly, I can take a look at more of an atom now. Like if I check that trace electron, it will, and I don't know if this is coming out too well, it will trace where those electrons are bouncing around to, and you can see that there are darker ones and lighter ones. And again, as you continue that on, really what is happening is as it's getting darker, that means it's been there more than one time. And that's going to show you where those higher probability areas are. There's an image here for you to sketch on. really asking you where you think you're most likely to find an electron in that atom. Okay. Another small bullet point on our interactive timeline, and that's going to take us through activity 4.4. So do be sure to do the check for understanding after that. That's all I got for today. I will be in touch. As always, shoot me any questions that you have on Schoology, and I'll talk to you guys later.